if we, on one hand, is the person who purchased the electoral bond and the number of bonds he purchased, that might have been 2-3 weeks, we can get all the figures. In the second, the bonds encashed by political parties, which includes the date of encashment and denomination. That details we have, that we can give. In 3 weeks, we'll put it all together.
If you require 3 weeks for what, Mr. Sarvi?
Manoj, these are all in because the accounts are separate, the payment has come separately and the name was kept separately. We'll marry the two and give it.
The political parties have already given the details of the encashments made by them.
Correct, Manoj. So that in any case is there. Yes. As far as B is concerned, we can give it.
Details also are already available with you.
I'm sorry, Manoj.
You're working on with regard to the purchases, the donors and the details of amount they have purchased. These details are already available.
Yes, so that we can give, Manoj. We'll just put that figures together and give. The trouble is, Manoj, we understood B and C meant that we had to give a complete correlation of who got how much was received, how much was given to whom, and which bank, or rather which party encashed it from which bank. That bridge was creating that difficulty. If you don't have to give that matching.
Right, what we'll do is we'll dictate an order.
Yes.
Before your lordship dictate.
After we dictate it, if there's something which remains, we can tell us.
15th February.
15th February.
A judgment dated 15th February 2024, this court declared the electoral bond scheme and the provisions of the Finance Act 2017, which amended the provisions of the Representation of the People Act 1951 and the Income Tax Act 1961 unconstitutional on the ground that the non-disclosure of information regarding the funding of political parties is violative of the right to information of citizens under Article 19, bracket 1, bracket A of the Constitution. Full stop. The amendments which were introduced by the Finance Act 2017 to the provisions of the Companies Act 2013, permitting unlimited funding of political parties by corporate entities were held to be arbitrary and violative of Article 14 of the Constitution. Full stop. Next para. In order to give full effect to the judgment which was rendered by the Constitution Bench, this court directed the State Bank of India, footnote SBI, which was the authorized bank to deal with electoral bonds under the electoral bond scheme, to submit details of the electoral bonds purchased by the contributors and redeemed by political parties between April 2019, into brackets, the date on which an interim order was passed by this court directing the Election Commission of India, footnote ECI, to collect details of the contributions, bracket, till 15 February 2024, bracket, the date of the judgment, full stop. This court directed SBI to submit the following details by 6 March 2024 to the ECI. A. Details of each electoral bond purchased, including the date of purchase, the name of the purchaser, and the denomination of the electoral bond, semicolon, and B. Details of each electoral bond redeemed by political parties, including the date of encashment and the denomination of the electoral bond. Stop. The ECI was directed to collate the information which was submitted by the SBI and publish it on its website by 13 March 2024. The submissions of SBI in the application sufficiently indicate that the information which has been directed to be disclosed by the court is readily available. Next. In view of the above discussion, the miscellaneous application filed by SBI seeking an extension of time for the disclosure of details of the purchase and redemption of electoral bonds until 30 June 2024 is dismissed. Full stop. SBI is directed to disclose the details by the close of the business hours, 12 March 2024. Full stop. As regards the ECI, we direct that ECI shall compile the information and publish the details in its official website no later than by
7 days.
1 week. By 15 March, by 5 p.m. on 15 March 2024. Full stop.